Welcome to the Rob and Kale Show. Rob Sanders.
His own mother slapped the stork that delivered him.
And Kale Hall.
He doesn't deserve to be in this business. He deserves to have been blackballed.
The Rob and Kale Podcast.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. We have reached Pick Day. Yes, Pick Day for week 5. Let's welcome in my podcast co-host. He is in the upstate of South Carolina. up there near Clemson, even though he just says he despises the Clemson Tigers. He is Carolina Jackpot, Cale Hall. Cale, what's up, buddy?
Rob, do you not live
Yes.
close enough that you can throw a rock and hit Founders Park? Yes, you
No.
do.
No, I don't. I live like 25 minutes from Founders.
Today was picking day.
Picking day.
Picking day. We're not picking our nose, are we?
I mean, we ended the last show on Sunday with you farting, so why not pick our nose on this show?
There you go. I mean, let's light a cigarette up and everything else while we're at it.
We might as well. We might as well light a cigarette up and do all that, right? Yeah, that'd be the way to go. No,
There you go.
Silly here. Anyway, so Jackpot. Let's talk a little bit about our picks for the coming week, man. Have you got? We'll get into those in a minute. We got to thank our sponsors. First of all, do you remember the? I want to make sure that we talked about it for a minute. We put the remix out the other day. Like, I don't get to watch your live show. Good stuff you put out there, and thanks to the folks who took the time to rewatch and the condensed version. It's down from 3 hours and 30 minutes to about 25 minutes of just Jackpot, just as Began Megan says here. Why are you so angry and hateful? Well,
I was asked that question on Saturday.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Why are you so angry and hateful, Jackpot?
I have perpetual PMS. Or perpetual POS. I'm not sure which one.
Oh, man. Anyway, please go back and watch that stream, because it is there's some stuff there that was really funny. And by the way, Jackpot's a lot better person than I am. There are a ton of trolls that just come in there just to say hateful shit. And it's like the man's getting his teeth kicked in here by, his boys went out there and played a good first half and gave them just a little bit of hope. And then Georgia basically dusted them off like a mosquito off their Peter in the second half. And he's hurting. And these guys are just saying just horrendous shit to him. And then they wonder why he flips the hell out and tells them to go play in traffic. I don't know what the hell is, why they get upset about that. So,
yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching that and the remix too. Appreciate it. B Swan 88 says he showed his dad your live stream and I think he meant he could not stop laughing. But
he said he could stop laughing. Okay, well, I need to ramp it up then. He wasn't entertained.
Alex says you can taste that wind, but drop the fork. Jackpot's recliner returns, even though I thought you got rid of the recliner. What's up, Gang-a-lang? Jackpot's recliner here.
Hello, Jackpot's recliner. Good to see you again.
But, yeah. Do you miss the recliner?
No, I like the couch a lot more. We had a couch in there, and my old dog that I had before Ziggy, she tore up one of the armrests, and it was kind of in bad shape. And then when Ziggy came along, he kind of finished it off, and he actually got to where he could actually climb inside the couch. He had chewed such a big hole in it. So it ended up going to the Greenville County landfill, and then I was stuck with the recliner for a little while, a couple of years probably. But now I've got another couch. So, yeah.
All right, well, let's thank our sponsors so we can start getting some picks out here. First of all, Callaway's for sponsoring the Pick'em Challenge. Come to Columbia. We've got some Mississippi State fans that watch this show. If you come to Columbia, you bring in the cowbells, go to Callaway's, enjoy yourself some food. If you're a Gamecock fan coming up, you might as well do that too. Go Highway 1 in West Columbia, diagonal from Walmart. You can check it out there. So, yeah, there's that. Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. Thank them for sponsoring the podcast. Also, look, some of y'all have some issues when it comes to making your picks. We always have one or two people that had like 2 correct picks in the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. Look, the best way to fix that is to go to the Basement Bookie. He is 4-0 on his free pick of the week right here. So, I mean, basically, hello, Jaden. As my son makes an appearance here. Yes, let Dad finish this, okay?
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Jaden. Anyway, so the Basement Bookie is 4-0 on his free picks. He's 37-25 against the spread in college football, 3-0 when taking underdogs on the money line. So if you want to have a little help with your gambling picks, I'm going to give you the free pick right now. This is directly from the Basement Bookie. TCU continues to be undervalued since looking lost as fuck against Colorado. They're only favored by 6.5 at home against SMU. TCU wins this by at least 2 touchdowns. Take TCU minus 6.5. So pick the Horned Frogs minus 6.5. Now, if you want to get involved, get more picks from the Basement Bookie. It's very simple. There's a link that's in the show description there. Click that link. You get 2 weeks free. After that, it's $5 a month. But go get your 2 weeks free now. That way you can check it out. It's also the basementbookie.substack.com. But the link is right there in the bio. You click that, and you're good to go. Right, Jackpot?
Absolutely.
All right, now it's time for Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. DNC Trucking and Transport takes care of these, thanks to Dennis Wilson. Jackpot, can you tell us a story, sir?
Sure. Somebody over there in the comment section got called a goober smooch. I haven't heard that for a while. Yeah.
A goober smooch? What the hell is that?
I don't know. I've heard it before. All right. It sucks to be a Gamecock. This week we welcome in Mississippi State, a team that may come into the ghetto on Bluff Road and cowbell our ass to an 0-2 conference record. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Appreciate
I know
Dennis
of a
sponsoring
particular
the
Tiger
show.
team that might need to be worried about going 0-2 in their conference as well.
Sure. We'll talk about that. Let's get our picks here. By the way, if you're in the Pick'em Challenge, the picks went up this morning. So you can go to the website, robandkaleshow.com, and check out the picks there. All right, so I'm going to, let's see here. The first game, Jackpot, is Auburn at Texas A&M. Texas A&M is giving up 6. Which way do you think that one's going to go?
You know, I like to try to find value in the underdogs, and I just can't in this matchup. You know, Auburn's leading rusher is their quarterback. I don't ever think that's really a great thing. Plus, just looking at quarterback matchups, Texas A&M clearly has the advantage there. They got the home field advantage too. I think they're just a little bit better, so I'm probably going to roll here with Texas A&M.
You know, these are two teams that we can't really get a beat on, but I don't know. I think Hugh Freeze eventually will cheat enough down there in Auburn where he can actually get some players that'll run his system and he'll be fine. I think Jimbo Fisher's a washed-up has-been, and Bobby Petrino, they're just hoping he stays away from the volleyball facility. So I'm going to take Texas A&M, but that's only because it's at home, and they may kill the entire team if they lose.
Do they have volleyball facilities at Texas A&M?
I think Texas A&M has a volleyball team, yeah.
Is it right beside where they put the wooden guns out in storage when they're not using them?
I think their volleyball players actually take the wooden guns out to the guys in white that do their yell practice. I think that's what happens.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Next matchup is Ole Miss at Alabama. Ole Miss is getting 7.5 on the road.
Tough matchup. Alabama hasn't looked good this year. Starting Jalen Milroe back at quarterback again. I think the Tide cover that number. I don't know if they win, but I think the Tide cover that. That little hook has got me too. I think Ole Miss has a very good chance of winning that game though. And the wheels are starting to come off a little bit down in Tuscaloosa.
In Tuscaloosa?
Seems like it. Seems like they really are. I mean, 17-3 over South Florida. Oh, what? That's not even a good. I mean, that's not even a good group of 5 team they went to play on the road. You know, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's not like you went to Boise State or Tulane or any good group of 5 team. They're freaking horrible.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I personally think that Alabama is still underestimated. I think I was listening to some podcast today, and this guy was talking about how he thought that Alabama may not make a bowl. I don't think it's going to go that far. So with that, I think Alabama is going to win. I think they're going to cover. So give me Alabama minus the 7.5. Arkansas and LSU is the next matchup. Arkansas is getting 15.5 on the road with the Tigers. Which way you rolling, Jackpot?
You know, Arkansas off a tough loss at home. Or was it tough? Was it a tough loss, or they're just not any good? Under the lights in Baton Rouge, not a real good place to be in right now if you're a team that's reeling. So I'm going to take LSU. I think they continue this little run of dominance they've been on since the Florida State loss. I like them to beat Arkansas pretty bad.
Yeah, I think LSU rolls. I think Arkansas is a fraud. I think Sam Pittman's going to have to find another job. He may have to come home to Kirby Smart again. All right, Colorado and Oregon.
They're not a fraud. They just lost to BYU last week, so they actually look pretty bad.
I think the whole program is a fraud. Remember, Arkansas is Missouri's toilet. Remember that. Okay. You learned that from the Mazatcast. Colorado at Oregon. Colorado is getting 19.5 on the road. You know, the more and more I look at this game, you kind of want to pick Colorado, but Travis Hunter's not going to play. I think Oregon rolls. I really do. I'm going to take the Ducks minus 19.5.
Yeah, I take that as well, and that's going to be. I mean, he's done more on defense. He only has like 13 or 14 catches all year.
Right.
They've got enough wide receivers to make up that gap. It's not having him on the defensive side of the football that's going to hurt him a lot. And also, we know that Coach Lanning at Oregon, he will run the score up too if he gets a chance to. At least they don't like each other either. They had some kind of words over the summer, I believe. Dan Lanning said something about I didn't know that Colorado had won anything in the Pac-12, and he's right. Shut up. I mean, you weren't even there past last year. But I think Oregon wins this one fairly easily.
The next matchup is Oregon State at Washington State. The Beeve minus 6.5, Jackpot. Which way you going there?
I'm gonna roll with Washington State. I like their quarterback. You know, they've already got a big win at home over Wisconsin. The Ukulele didn't play all that well last week. Granted, they did play San Diego State, and their defense is decent, but that's a tough road matchup. And Oregon State it's a good team, but they have their flaws. It's not like they can just roll out there and expect to beat somebody just because they happen to get ranked in the top 20. So, give me Washington State. I think they cover. In fact, they may pull upset there. Hope not, but
Yeah, home underdogs. I mean, there's a trend with that, and I think Washington State. I think they might win this game. I really do, but I definitely think they'll cover the 6.5. Ohio State at Notre Dame. In our line, Notre Dame is getting 8.5 at home. I like Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is going to beat Ohio State outright. I think Ohio State's one of those teams where we just talk about, oh, they're Ohio State, so they have to be great. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I think Notre Dame's got the 35-year-old quarterback, and he's not going to be shook. So give me Sam Hartman and Notre Dame to pull off what here is a big upset.
yeah, I'm going to roll with Notre Dame on that as well. I think that there's a chance they could pull the upset there. It would be a mild upset, but I still think Ohio State wins. I think it's just a little bit too much talent for Notre Dame. It's out on the outside, but it should be a good matchup.
All right, next up, Iowa at Penn State. Iowa is getting 10.5 on the road. Penn State, like the way their schedule sets up, I mean, they've got kind of a clear path. They don't have the toughest of schedules this year, in my opinion. But Penn State, I'm going to roll with them at home. That hook, though, is kind of tough. But give me Penn State minus 10.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean funny here. I'm gonna go out on a limb and go with Iowa. They haven't looked horrible this year. Penn State didn't look great last week against. Wait a minute, this is the whiteout game, isn't it? This is the whiteout game. I'm gonna roll Penn State.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was a wet fart on offense.
All right, next
Just
matchup.
like usual, even though that offensive coordinator gets some kind of bonus or something every time he scores 25 points, that's like what he's getting paid on. Or if he doesn't average 25 points at a game at the end of the year, he gets fired or some shit like that. I don't know. It's kind of I don't think they're going to score that many points on that Penn State defense is pretty strong. And at nighttime, a whiteout situation, give me Penn State all night long. All night long.
So would you be in favor of that for Dow Loggins? Like, look, we're going to give you a base salary of, I don't know, $200,000. Every game our guys score 25 points, we're going to give you a $50,000 bonus. Would you be in favor of that? Because I think I'm all about the incentive part of it, man.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting to see how things would go if salaries for coaches were more and their pay were more merit based.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of that you're going to make X amount of dollars for this many years.
Yeah.
And here's the contract, and this is what you'll get paid this year, and then next year it'll go up a little bit, and then next year it'll go up a little bit more. So you'll have people who are getting a $1 million increase in their salary, and they went 5-7 last year.
Yeah, and then you're stuck with
Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah. All right, Kentucky's at Vanderbilt. Kentucky minus 14. Now it's kind of hard to look at past year's matchups, okay? But I think this is an important stat. When Mark Stoops plays against Vanderbilt, he is a coach, and they do this a lot too, but they average almost 7 yards a carry against Vanderbilt in the past 6 years. They pretty much take the passing game out of it, and they basically, look, we're going to run the ball down your throat, and if you can stop us, great. If not, great. But 7 yards a carry on the ground, Vanderbilt has not been very good at defending the rush. Give me Kentucky minus 14 on the road. I think they win big, like 25 points or more.
How many points?
I think they win by at least 25.
Okay. Kentucky has played one of the easiest schedules in the country so far. Vanderbilt, we know, has Vanderbilt's in wounded animal mode right now. Went on the road and lost to UNLV last Saturday, or it may not be wounded animal mode. They just may not be any good. But I can certainly tell you, I can sit here and look at numbers and tell you that 4 of the past 5 years that Kentucky has not covered the spread against Vanderbilt. I can also tell you that Kentucky is looking forward to a home matchup with Florida next week. And I'll also tell you that I think Vanderbilt is a live dog.
So you're taking Vanderbilt is what you're telling me.
I'm taking Vanderbilt.
All right. Well,
14.
we'll disagree. I got Kentucky there. The next matchup, Mississippi State at South Carolina.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Yes. The cowbell's coming to town, Jackpot. Are you taking the Gamecocks to cover the 3.5?
Yes. Yeah. I think Spencer Rattler can actually do some damage on that secondary.
So I think South Carolina wins. I think they cover the 3.5. I still think Mississippi State is still trying to figure out who they are after Mike Leach is untimely death. So give me South Carolina minus the 3.5.
It's going to be a raucous atmosphere.
Jackpot, next matchup is Florida State at Clemson. This game opened with Clemson.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy. I stepped on you. I didn't mean to. Go ahead.
I made a video on that subject.
No, we'll talk about your video.
All over each other. I made a video on that subject earlier, and I don't know. I feel like Will Rogers hasn't been having a great year, so I think South Carolina is going to kind of dare him to beat them, and they could load the box up a little bit to try to stop that running back because they're going to need to because they can't stop a run for shit. They did okay at Georgia against it. I mean, I wasn't just totally displeased with the performance, but there were some missed tackles and that type of stuff that need to be cleaned up. Also, a lot of Gamecock folks over on the message boards not real happy with the decision to keep the Kerryon Joyner in there as the number 1 running back again this week. I mean, the Mario Anderson kid is he's a natural. He is a running back. He's a natural running back. The Kerryon Joyner is a wide receiver. Mario Anderson can at least give you a little burst and possibly make someone miss. I mean, when was the last time you ever saw a South Carolina running back make someone miss in the open field? I mean, I can't tell you.
Mike Davis.
Yeah. And how long has that been? So, and he wasn't even. I mean, he was above average, I guess you'd say. He wasn't that good. So, I mean, they need to, kind of use our personnel to our advantage there a little bit. Octavian Cador says it's a must-win for the Shamecocks. He is not telling a lie. Not telling a lie.
Yeah. Look, Jackpot, if South Carolina loses this game, I mean, how bad would that hurt them the rest of the way? Because you go to Tennessee next week, and then, I mean, it's kind of and I'm not sitting here and saying that you're playing a tough schedule because we've talked about that before. I'm just wondering if they lose this game to Mississippi State, a game they're favored in, a game that's at home. You think Shane Beamer can keep that team focused enough where they can salvage the season?
I think so, because it would be the Gamecock thing to do to lose it and then go on the road and beat Tennessee next week. But, I mean, you could lose that game. You lose to Mississippi State, and then you go on the road and drop the game to Tennessee, where you're going to be an underdog. I mean, I don't care how they looked against Florida. You're still going to be an underdog. And you're running the risk of just kind of just dropping off into the abyss and really kicking yourself over that North Carolina game too.
Yeah, it's. I think this is the pivotal point for Shane Beamer this season. Look, we kind of talked about this at the beginning of the year. Best case scenario after 3 games was 2-1. I mean, it was a real tall task to say, hey, you're going to go down there to Georgia and beat Georgia. But if you do win these, you did win the matchup against Furman. North Carolina didn't go the way you wanted. You really, really need this game with Mississippi State. Very important.
Octavian said, no, Gamecocks fold up. I'm sorry. No, there's no fold up in the Gamecocks. If you'll remember last year, after we got blown out by your crappy team, we went out there and knocked off a top 5 team at home, and the game wasn't even close. Right. So no, yeah, I don't. No, they don't fold up.
Yeah, it's interesting though with this game. In my opinion, it is the pivot point for the season for South Carolina.
38-6. Yes, you are correct. You are reciting scores from last year correctly. Congratulations. Now you can read a scoreboard from last year.
Yeah. All right. Well, next matchup, Florida State at Clemson. Clemson is a 3-point favorite in our pick'em. It's actually Clemson is. I think it's swung to where Clemson's getting 2 points now. Jackpot. So lots of folks are jumped on that really, really early. What do you think is going to happen up in Death Valley at high noon on Saturday?
I don't know. It's going to be a good game. I think Florida State wins. I think it's the more talented team. I think that they're hungry. I don't put a lot of stock into that game last week. I think that was just a blip on the radar screen. They were really good to me against LSU. Just really physical, really focused. And I think that's the way they come into this game. And, the story's going to lie there with their quarterback, Jordan Travis. He got hurt last week, but he did end up coming back in and finishing the game. Hopefully he's operating at 100%. If he is, I give them the edge. But the line is very short for a reason, with it being what top 5 team playing an unranked team. Now, Clemson doesn't lose a lot at home. I don't think they've been an underdog at home since probably 20. I don't know, 2012, 2013, maybe. You'd have to go way back. You'd have to go way back to find that. I don't know. Maybe 2016 when they played Louisville and Lamar Jackson was coming in there. Were they underdog? Were they underdogs to Notre Dame that time they played in the monsoon? I'm not sure. It's been a long time. We'll just say that.
I think it's the last time that they were an underdog at home was the when Jameis Winston came in there as a freshman and beat him like 56-7 or some ridiculous number. I mean, it's been that long. So
were they an underdog then, because they were actually ranked higher than FSU, if I remember correctly.
I have to check, but I'm pretty sure Clemson was like I think a 6-point dog that night, but
I don't know.
I could be wrong. So you're taking Florida State?
I'm going with Seminoles. I'm thinking about live streaming that game over here on the channel Saturday afternoon, maybe, but I don't know. It depends on what I got to do here around the house. We had to cut down like 6 small trees on our back fence line for the new fence. But yeah, they came out here and measured that at the end of June, and we set all this work up. So you thought at the end of June they would have said, "Hey, you got to get rid of those." No, they came over here Monday to do the damn work, and then tell us, "Oh, well, we can't do it because those little small trees are there." Thanks for telling us. And I should have known better, and I should have asked at that time, but I didn't, because the guy who came out here, he was a fence dude. He was a fence guy. He is the guy that manages the guys that put your fence up. So he should know that the fence needs to come to this certain point, and he needs to know that the fucking trees need to be cut now. But he didn't. Anyway, I say all that to say I might have shit to do Saturday morning.
Poor Jackpot. Well, I'm taking Clemson, and I think Clemson's going to win by 6 points. So I'm going to take Clemson -3.
Explain your logic.
Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, I think that going into Death Valley is something that even when Florida State has a good team, they have a tough time going in there and winning. They don't play very well in Death Valley. They've had great teams that have gone in there and lost to shitty Clemson teams. I also think there's talk that Will Shipley maybe, and there's rumors everywhere. He had kind of a dust up on the sideline with C.J. Spiller. He may sit a quarter, and I think that's a good thing because I think that Maffa's going to get to play. He'll get more snaps, and it won't be – he's a different back than Shipley is. I think they're going to run the ball right up the gut, and I think they're going to control the game on the ground and try to keep Klubnik from having to have happy feet. And I think that's what's going to end up being the difference in the game there. I really do. So I'm going to take Clemson -3.
So you think Phil Maffa is going to tear up defense?
Yep.
Defense.
I do.
Okay.
I do. And the final game, the Kale Hall shitter of the week, Rice at USF. Rice is getting 2.5. USF just hung with Alabama. They lost, what was it, 17-3?
Yeah.
The game that was tied at 3 at the half.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Scott's players were getting it done, brother. Who you got in this match?
I tell you, he knows how to recruit.
He certainly does.
However, they're not very good. Those are just facts. I think that was like their throw everything or throw the kitchen sink at everybody effort last week. I don't think they have it in them again. Rice is not a bad team. Rice beat Houston a couple weeks ago. Quarterback by JT Daniels. Going ahead and give me the Rice Owls to go into Tampa, get that win, and cover that 2.5 point spread.
Fire those cannons! Yeah, give me South Florida +2.5.
So you don't think the food will?
No. When's the food ever done anything correctly? Come on, man.
The 50s, I guess. I don't know.
50s? I don't know. So yeah, give me USF. I'll take that. There are my picks, Jackpot's picks. All right, Jackpot. Are there any other games you wanted to look at before we get out of here? You want to take some calls? We can do that. Let's give people an opportunity if they want to join the program.
Let's see here. Who do we have going at it on Saturday afternoon? We can look at.
There were some decent games.
This is a good slate of games. It's a good slate of games.
Yeah.
Friday night's got some decent games. You got Wisconsin going to Purdue. NC State's going to Virginia, and NC State's getting 9.5. I think Virginia might cover that. Saturday at noon, high noon, you got Rutgers going to Michigan. Rutgers is a 24-point underdog. Newsflash, I bet they cover. They're a hammer. At the number 2 rushing offense in the Big Ten, number 2 rush defense in the Big Ten. That'd be interesting. Cincinnati plays its first Big 12 game against Oklahoma.
Yeah, give
Army.
me the Sooners.
Army going on the road to Syracuse. Syracuse laying 13.5 to Army. Virginia Tech goes on the road to Marshall. Marshall's a 5-point favorite. Ugh.
Rob as SEC Bias joins us. Welcome to the program, sir. Why are you sitting in the dark?
I just don't have the light on. It kept the fan on, and it's
Got to pay the power bill.
damn right, man.
Forgot to pay the power bill? Is that what happened?
I know.
Forgot to pay the power bill, but he didn't forget to pay the phone bill.
No, I got power. But I just wanted to mention, I don't think y'all said anything about it. The Mississippi State game is actually when Alshon Jeffrey is going to get his jersey retired. Did y'all hear that?
I heard some. I've been hearing some stuff about Alshon Jeffrey on the radio the past few days. Not that in particular, but
I'm sorry. Lisa's off the top rope.
Lisa needs to get on the rotary phone and call in.
I'm sorry about that. That's pretty funny.
she recently upgraded to a jitterbug.
But yeah, he's getting his jersey retired this weekend. Last year they did Clowney.
But is he going to play?
Alshon?
Yeah. I'm asking because it doesn't matter. You retire all the fucking jerseys you want. Doesn't matter unless he's going to play. Suit him up and call him, I don't know, who's your fifth string receiver?
I mean, why is this guy being so disrespectful?
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the stream of the game. Well, the Clowney game last year, who was it against? You probably lost that game.
No, we
Didn't
won.
nobody say it fucking mattered. He was just stating what was going on.
Yeah.
He was just giving me a rundown on current events and that.
Oh, okay. So you need a rundown on current events? Is that what you're
Yes,
telling me?
I do, because I work a lot and I can't always keep up with them. So I asked him to come here and let me know on a semi-weekly basis.
You didn't ask him shit. You're just pissed off because you think back to Alshon Jeffrey and you think back then when Gamecock football was viable and they're retiring his jersey and you think that we should all
right now. Our head coach is the guy that recruited him. Our head coach recruited him.
How great they are.
Actually, Shane Beamer just did he had a pretty cool little, I think it was a teleconference. He was talking about the recruitment of him. Apparently he was committed to Southern California, up until decision day. And Beamer kind of had some good insight on how they got him into the college. I think the interview was probably about 2 days ago, but it's a good listen. So you think they win by 6, Rob?
Yep, I do.
All right. Well, when are we going to hear Peter Wood's name this season?
Peter Woods has played he's a freshman. What are you talking about? He's played.
I don't know. I just heard all off season about how dominant he was going to be, but I looked at his stats. He's got 3 tackles. He's putting up Jordan Birch numbers.
Well, have you watched any of the games?
No, I just watched the Duke game. I haven't seen the two.
After the Duke game, they're running plays away from him. He's not going to get the tackle stats that you're looking for because
they're going towards Xavier Thomas. I'm guessing he's starting out on the other side, right?
Yeah. Well, Xavier Thomas is playing defensive end. Peter Woods is playing defensive tackle, so it's 2 different positions. But yeah.
Are y'all running?
A lot of times they're running
4 down, right?
Running it to Thomas's side. Yeah, you're right about that.
Well, that's probably smart. I think he's got a lot of speed, but I don't think he's the best in run protection, to be honest. He doesn't have the size.
Who's that? Who are you talking about?
Xavier Thomas? Yeah, I think he's more of a pass rusher.
You're talking about because of size? He's a big boy. He probably needs to drop some weight.
Well, I just think he's more of a pass rusher. He's not built like a Fred Davis or someone who's going to stuff up a hole. But
why are you calling people out for being fat?
Well, that dude actually had an interview talking about how he eats Big Macs before a game. That's a big.
Rob's over there calling people out for being fat.
I did not. I did not say
Yes,
anything
you
about
are.
it.
You said he
All
probably
I
needs to
said
lose
was
some weight.
we were talking about the fact that he
Was
against the run,
rude.
he lacks size, and I'm like, no, he doesn't. They're talking about how he needs to lose some weight.
I
Okay,
got
that's
that.
rude.
Hold up. But I think we beat Mississippi State. I don't think they got much to offer. I don't think they're going to be able to hang with Spencer Rattler one bit. By the way, go out and get them. Delicious. The Mike's Hot Honey.
Delicious. Mike's Hot Honey. Hey, there you go.
Absolute pristine chip.
Um,
But I honestly, I don't know why Rattler's not getting talked about more this year. He's I think he's playing as one of the best quarterbacks in the nation right now. I get having Shador getting a lot of hype, Drake May getting a lot of hype, but I mean, fuck, there's a lot of people that are having their name said before Spencer Rattler, and I think it's just egregious. I mean, the fact that people are still ranking Cam Rising over Spencer Rattler.
he hasn't even played.
Exactly.
Drake May's already thrown about 5 interceptions. Rattler's thrown 2. One of them shouldn't even been thrown. It shouldn't even counted. It was so damn late in the game. That was just crazy. But,
I can get with you on the fact that he's playing some really, he's putting up good numbers and stuff like that. But he's on a team that's 1-2. And I think that the national folks see that and they're like,
he's lost to 2 ranked teams.
Yeah.
And I lost to 2 top 15 teams. A number 1 ranked team and a number whatever North Carolina's ranked.
Okay.
Like
I'm
15.
not all I'm saying is that the average people that are outside of the region are going to look at it and be like, why should we care about this guy? He's 1-2. That's what they're going to see. I know that he's playing great football.
Well, those people don't. I mean, they're not students of the game. They're not looking at They're not looking at stats. They're not watching film. They're not breaking down anything. So why should their fucking opinion matter over people who actually know what the hell they're talking about?
Because
what they're looking at.
The people that know what the hell they're talking about knew that Ndamukong Suh, his final year of college football, he was the most dominant player in the country, and he didn't get it because the Heisman Trophy is a pussy award that goes to a quarterback or a running back. It doesn't actually go to the absolute best player. And a lot of people that vote on it are, I just have to put in the best quarterback. They didn't even know who Ndamukong Suh was or where he played. He was the best player in the entire country that year. And
who did they end up giving it to? Sam Bradford.
Yeah, Sam Bradford got it. And
oh God, I was right. That was a wild guess.
Yeah, but Ndamukong Suh's still playing in the NFL. So,
well, the thing is, I've seen him make throws that are NFL quarterbacks. I don't think can make just this year.
I'm not pissing on Spencer Rattler. I think he's great. I think he is in my opinion, he is the best quarterback in the conference. You could argue 1-2 with him and Jaden Daniels if you really wanted to stir the drink and be, whatever.
Jaden Daniels looked like shit against Florida State though.
But
I'm just saying, if you wanted to say Jaden Daniels, he's put up some good numbers too. But
like
Rattler's put up far better numbers with less talent around him. Let's just leave it at that.
You know who put up some excellent numbers on Saturday was our friend Brady Cook at Mizzou.
Yeah, I was watching that game actually. That was a shootout. What a good game.
So the big thing with that is that I was actually reading about this too. He's hurt. He may not play in the Memphis game.
He was limping the whole game. It's like a high ankle sprain or something.
Hasn't practiced all week, is what I read earlier today. So Mizzou could have gotten that 61-yard kick from the gentleman with the rather large butt. And
I couldn't believe he made that. I was literally
he walked out there, and it's like,
why the hell are they still in the field for that?
What? Shut up! What are they paying him with? Biscuits and gravy? I was like, man, that guy is a He doesn't look. I mean, he barely fits into the uniform, but he went out there and said, "Fuck
He
you."
looks like he's lost weight to me.
Well, I'm pretty sure
He doesn't look as big as he did last year. Maybe it was the all black unis that may have been slimming on him. I'm not sure.
Who was it? Was it Jay Lorenzen for Kentucky, right? The big old quarterback?
Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah,
lefty.
Missouri just got a quarterback of the same stature that committed to him.
Who?
I think it's Missouri. They got a 3-star. I forget his name, but it's the same. It's the Lorenzen stature. I'd have to find his name.
Somebody like that committed to Mizzou, Rob? We need to do some research on this.
Yeah, we gotta look at that.
I'm sure, but
it wouldn't surprise me that Eli Drinkowitz lied enough to get that guy to commit there.
I mean,
Eli Drinkowitz.
Soon.
Well, the people over at the Mazodcast that bitched about Eli Drinkowitz, they want him gone. Now he's won that big game. They're stuck with him. I hate to tell you, they're stuck with him now.
I mean, he's never going to threaten for.
He'll probably still beat South Carolina. I don't know.
Oh yeah, well,
we're never going to beat that bastard.
That'll just be your you're going.
Let me address the comrade's comment here. I've been consistent on this. I judge the process of a football program by whether or not they're favored in their first home conference game of the season. Sir, in the Rob and Kale Challenge, Clemson is favored at home. I guess that means that you like Clemson. Thank you for playing. Go back to bed. Have a good night.
Mean to the comrade.
Yeah, the comrade. I'll completely be mean to the comrade. The comrade is the king of douchery coming up in here running his mouth like that. I mean,
I was the king of douchery.
With him on it. No, that's not you. You're the jackpot. You told somebody in the live stream.
What?
No, Mizzou. I'd have to figure out who it was. Maybe it was Kentucky.
Jackpot told somebody in the live stream, "I hope you die." I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
I told him what?
You told some guy, "I hope you die."
I think it was that the guy who spoiled the Juice Wells touchdown. I think that's what it was.
Well, that was funny. And then he starts, like at the very beginning, he says, "Now y'all don't tell me what happens in this game." And then, "God damn it, I told you." And then it was his son that told him. So he went from flat to hot to, "Oh fuck, I'm not gonna cuss out my son on the live stream in a matter of
well, he told me that he told me that Harrison Mevis hit the field goal. That was before the game actually started. Now he was like, "Boom." My son's like, "Boom" in the live stream. I'm like, "No," he text messaged me, maybe. I don't know. He was like, "Boom," and I'm like, "Dang it."
It was just really funny because you went from you were like, you looked like you wanted to block somebody, and then all of a sudden it's like,
I can go from 0 to 100 just like that. You don't mess with me in the thicker kicker stuff.
Hey, when he's got the Coors Banquet, he's liable to do anything, man.
Yeah, when I get that stuff in my system, all bets are off.
I was laughing because you started drinking Coors, and then you went to Miller Lite, and then you were talking about you had some Modelo. I'm like, all this asshole needs is some damn turpentine now, and he'll be good to go.
That's out in the shed.
That's in the shed.
I keep it locked up so I don't drink it.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, Big Barney Ross needs to not send you bottles during mid-season.
Philip Nixon says I told the guy to jump off a bridge. I don't remember that. I was just all full of violence.
I remember you saying, been having an adult conversation.
I don't remember doing any of that, and I wasn't like, I was drinking beer, but I wasn't hammered drunk or anything. I don't remember it. I don't know.
I've got it. If you'd like to see it, we could show it to you. I know you said it, brother. I got.
Who put together that remix? Who put together that edit of the live show?
That would be me.
That would be the gentleman right there.
That was well done. I think we should, if you can do on those for each game, that'd be awesome. Just little highlights.
Well, it's pretty funny with like I can't watch all of Jackpot's stream because I'm on the radio doing things.
Because you got to work.
But I can, like, I do watch some of it, but it's hilarious to watch Kale go from just flat normal guy that's next door to fuck you, hope you die, to then back to.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing
but
is, the
I
highs
know
are so
16
high and the lows are so low.
buddy.
There's no just cruising through the game. But who do you think is going to be the standout for us this weekend, Kev?
I expect Xavier Leggett will have another big game. Although Beamer was saying he wants some other people to kind of step up and take some of those reps from him because he's been doing too much. Was basically kind of what he was saying. I would like to see Luke Doty be the leading receiver, catch a couple of touchdown passes. Who wouldn't love to see that?
Well, I can't believe we haven't done a double pass yet. We got 3 fucking quarterbacks out on the field at any given point, and we haven't dialed up a double pass. That just not making sense to me.
Well,
they could definitely come up with some kind of oop-de-oop.
Shit, they could do a triple pass.
You probably could, but you have to be able to run the ball where, we talked about this on Sunday. 16 rush attempts, 8 of them were Spencer Rattler running for his life. They ran the ball 8 times. I mean, what do you want? Kind of crazy,
Yeah,
Maybe it'll be against Mississippi State. I don't know.
I think Beamer had said something about like he already had knew they pretty much gave up on the run game. They knew that he wasn't that wasn't going to win the game for him. Is basically what he said. So they just committed all out to the pass. Is basically what I took from it.
Yeah.
But he also said that he wanted to get the run game involved more this upcoming week.
Let me go with BVD here. He says, newsflash and bulletin that Tennessee is still going to beat USC Junior by 50. Calm down, Jack. Clearly, I'm joking.
Papa B was hanging the balls out to dry over in the comment section. I got $100 that says Mississippi State returns a kickoff or a punt for a TD. You know how unlikely that is?
I'll take that.
I think let's all go take it.
That's the best odds you'll get anywhere right there.
You're not taking a kickoff or a punt back for a touchdown.
No, not on South Carolina. Best special teams in the damn country.
If you're making bets like that, Papa B, you need to subscribe to the Basement Bookie, which is
the Basement Bookie has. Oh my gosh, that dude hits on the freebies. What was the play this week?
Oh no, the pick this week from the Basement Bookie, who, I mean, the guy's 4-0. His pick this week is TCU -6.5.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, Papa B, if you're making bets like that, you really need to subscribe to the Basement Bookie. Otherwise, you're going to end up fat, drunk, and homeless with those bets.
I mean, yeah. And he's a Tennessee fan?
Your house. Who, the Basement Bookie?
No,
I
Papa
don't know
B.
who the Basement Bookie is. Papa B is a Mississippi State fan.
Okay. I didn't even know those were real. He got cowbell and everything.
They are
Yeah,
real.
you got one. It's huge.
I wonder
Is
how
that
much
like are Mississippi State fans like Stouffer's? What is it? Stouffer's Stovetop, honey? Was it the Stouffer Stovetop, right? Or the Stover stuffing or whatever? Yeah, that's fake, right? Yeah. Yeah, Stouffer's Stovetop never existed. It's like the Mississippi State fans. We think they're there, but they're not.
Hi, Daddy.
Hello.
Well, I had one of my real good friends in high schools. He was from Louisiana. That's where he moved up here from. And his parents, both of them, went to Mississippi State. They graduated from there. And I used to spend a lot of time over at his house. And I was over at his house, and they both had their cowbells.
That's what I was just about to say. I bet they keep their fucking cowbells on the.
They did, and they were painted.
Yep, on the mantle. Centerpiece of the living room. Fucking cowbell.
Well, I've never understood the whole thing with the cowbell. I don't get it. I mean, they have traditions.
Surprised it's legal. Isn't it like new? Like they just started doing it in the 2000s, didn't they? Or am I mistaken?
I don't know. I mean,
no, they've been doing it forever.
Forever, as far as I know.
It's a newish edition.
No, because I just told you this kid, his parents went there, and they went there like back in the 70s.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh, so okay. Well, Rob,
like the early 70s. Yeah.
Rob, I'll leave you with
Papa
this.
B claims to be the Mississippi State fan says
Uh.
you can only put paint or stickers on your cowbell when you graduate. So you got like a basic cowbell, and then once you graduate, you can put a sticker on it. Is that how it works? I mean, I don't know.
I remember that because I clearly remember because his was white, and it had some maroon painted on it.
A white cowbell is what you get to start with as a freshman. Everybody comes in, and normally they give you, like at University 101, you might get a baseball cap or whatever. But at Mississippi State, it's here's your fucking cowbell. Don't put any stickers on it until you graduate. Is that where
it's like
I'm just saying that's what it sounds like.
It's like a fucking white girl's water bottle by the time you're done, though. They're just slapping anything they want on it. But I will say that's honestly better than a fucking $2 bill with an ugly ass tiger ball on it, if we're being real.
I mean, you graduated from Clemson, sir, so I don't know what your issue is.
Well, I know, and I can hold an opinion. I'm just sharing my opinion.
Well, of course you can have an opinion. It doesn't mean that you're not dumb.
I mean, it does, though.
Well, you see, you'd rather have a cowbell than a $2 bill is what you're telling me.
I mean, you can't spend it.
Okay. What are you going to do with a cowbell?
Shit, I don't
know.
know.
Run out to a cow pasture and wave it and hope you get a date? What are you doing here?
I mean, I just think it'd be cooler than a fucking $2 bill you're going to lose in your fucking pocket. It's going to tear.
Is that what you want to end the show on, sir?
Oh, am I going to be the last caller? No, this is what I want to end the show.
I'm asking your bid on the show. Did you subscribe to the Basement Bookie? You should. You seem to.
I tried. I don't know how to get the 2 free weeks. I signed up.
It's in the link. It's in the bio.
Just sends you to a paywall.
No, it shouldn't have. I've checked it out. I trust me. Check the link that's in the bio.
All right, I'll look again. But before I do,
3 weeks.
Before I do, 31-30. You're gonna see people tomahawking on your paw this weekend.
Sure.
Gamecocks on top. Mississippi State can't hang with us. I don't even know who the fuck their coach is. Arnett, I think. Dude sucks. Yeah. Will Rogers, absolute scrub. System quarterback. He's going to do nothing with the Clayton White-led defense.
Yeah, he's in the wrong system now.
Yeah, he should have transferred at the end of the year, but he's loyal, and I can respect that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, congratulations, as Jackpot said earlier, to Octavian for reciting a score from last year. You did that very, very well. Very, very well. Brock says that Rob has an SEC bias, probably used that $2 bill to buy a Playgirl magazine.
A Playgirl magazine?
Does it even exist anymore?
Probably so. They still have nudie books at convenience stores. I've seen them still over in the corner. They'll have them. They have like a flat piece of wood. You've seen them, the little thin flat piece of wood covering up all the cover or whatever.
Well, no, I meant like, do they have like does Playgirl still print like a magazine? I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
All right, well,
I'm sure. I mean, they still have Playboy, so. I heard tonight it was a TikTok video. They've discontinued some Little Debbie flavors recently, and they were talking about the ones that they had discontinued. I didn't even know those were gone. Boston cream rolls have been discontinued. Banana Twins, the red box, the Banana Twins, the one that had the little monkey on the box. They discontinued that. But they still have the damn gingerbread cookies. Have you looked at a Little Debbie rack lately? Some of them just suck. The chocolate chip cookie pie things, they still got that, but they got rid of the little peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I like the peanut butter and jelly sandwich ones. Like we should have stock in Little Debbie from the boy likes the what is it? The fudge. What are those things?
Fudge rounds?
That's not fudge rounds. It's like the fudge bars.
Oh, the brownies.
The Nutty Buddies. The Nutty Buddy things. He likes those.
Yeah.
So we buy, when I go grocery shop on Sunday, I know I got to buy Nutty Buddies because he eats a box of those a week. So,
Yeah. Why don't
Yeah,
you get rid
Jay-
of that too? I mean, I don't know what's wrong with these people.
Jay likes the zebra cakes. I like those. Those are pretty good. The Christmas tree cakes are good too. Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas tree cakes. Those are good.
You know, these people tune in to watch our football stuff. They better, we start talking about food. They're like, man, these chunky motherfuckers, they may know about that. Big Barney. Big Barney Ross says he had sex with Little Debbie. Of course you did.
She put that little top hat on it.
Yeah, did you let her keep the hat on, or was how did that work? Come on, Big Barney Ross.
Oh Lord!
All right, well, final call for calls this evening. The link is in the chat room there. I don't even know where to go from here with Big Barney Ross doing that. If you haven't made your picks, go to robandkaleshow.com. Is it true that Carolina Jackpot modeled for Playgirl while covered in Utz chips?
That wasn't Utz chips. But yeah, that's true.
Of course it was. All right, well, let's see here. Anyway, get your picks in for that. We are looking forward to the live show coming up the day after Thanksgiving at Callaway's. I hope you guys will join us for that. It's a charity event that will benefit the Pace Academy here in Columbia. So we're looking forward to that too. Anyway, Brock says Abraham Lincoln wore a top hat. Does that mean he was a magician? Yeah, that's where we're at in the show. I think it's time to wrap it, Jackpot. All right, man. Good luck with your picks. Hopefully you don't have to cut down trees on Saturday. And we'll see you later on.
See you later.